A very good evening and thanks for clicking on to the Thursday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. Hope everybody is doing well. High pressure, of course, been firmly in charge of our weather for a solid 10 days or so. Very little in the way of rainfall produced from this weather system. Lots of cloud cover, however. It hasn't been a particularly bright, sunny, and pleasant high pressure system, even though we've seen a record. Preliminary record strength of high pressure at I think 1038 millibars over Stornoway, which was a record for the month of August. It has contained a lot of moisture within it, and therefore subsequently cloud cover. So of course, with warm waters beneath it, that has been allowing a lot of moisture to get dragged up from the warmer than normal waters into the atmosphere. And of course, with colder than normal waters over the North Sea, we've been seeing the effects of that over the southeastern portion of the British Isles in particular. But if you haven't already, do check out the September Outlook, because not only do I talk about the September forecast overall, but I also add in some very interesting statistics that we're seeing. Not only did we see, 27.2 Celsius, the warmest temperature of August recorded in Tyndrum in Stirlingshire. That was the first time Scotland was the warmest place in the UK for the month of August since 1931. It also is a joint lowest August maximum for the British Isles, joint with 2014. You have to go back to 2010 for a cooler maximum than the 27 degrees recorded a few days ago back in Tyndrum. So these are a couple of little stats, interesting factoids, if you will, that are added in to the September Outlook. Just a couple of things looking back at the month of August. So do check that out if you haven't already done so. But it looks as if we are going to start to see subtle changes over the next few days. Like I've already said, the high that's positioned at the moment over the northwest of the UK will shift eastwards. It's going to open the door to more warmer continental air from the south to lift north. We're going to see the temperature respond with that. And we'll have a look. That's the first thing we'll look at in tonight's video. So you can see here as I skip through, this is off the GFS. This is off the website weathercharts.com. And you can see here what's taking place here. So the area of high pressure shifts to the east, and once you start to see the isobars kind of lining up, it starts to allow warmer air from the south to come northwards here. Notice though, there's a system coming in to the northern half of the British Isles, so that's going to bring increased wind and rain to the northern half of the UK. So that is the next couple of days here. Let's have a very quick look, in fact, at the 850 millibar temperatures. We can see here what happens here as the area of high pressure moves to the east. We see the warmer air, the kind of yellows, darker oranges, even the kind of subtle reds that is blossoming over Iberia. If you notice here, by the time we get to the second half of the weekend, that then starts to track northwards with the area of high pressure shifting to the east. However, notice here that as I skip through, that quickly gets pushed out to the east. We've got much cooler conditions. Look at that there. We're noticing even light blues returning to the northern half of the British Isles. Why is that the case? Well, if you look at the jet stream chart, what will happen is we've got Hurricane Larry over the central Atlantic. That is expected to basically cycle around the mid-Atlantic ridge of high pressure. What that's going to do is it's going to then track north, driving a lot of energy northwards with it. So a lot of heat energy getting transferred from the tropics, subtropics into the mid-latitude region. That is going to then connect up with the jet stream. The jet stream at the moment, very blocked. As you can see right here, we've got one arm coming off North America, diving southeast. We've got another arm way up to the north of the UK, another piece down over the western Mediterranean. What's going to happen is, if you notice here, as we skip right through the loop, it takes a while for anything to materialize here. If you notice, You've got the days and the date down at the very bottom of your screen. But as we skip through to the second half of the weekend, when we're transferring some of that warmth northwards, we've got a little piece of that jet now starting to enter the northwestern half of the UK. That's the disturbed weather. That's the wet and windy weather that will move into the northwest. But as we skip through well into next week, what's going to happen is we're going to get Larry lifting north, uh, driving, stirring up the atmosphere, increasing the heat energy. It's going to collide with colder air to the north of the jet. It's going to increase the strength of the jet, giving it a bit of a kick, like a flip of the skipping rope. And what we're going to start to see is we're going to energize that jet stream. And if you notice here that as we now push towards next weekend, that is when we could start to see the first kind of stormy weather, if you will, entering the UK weather pattern here. And you notice here a very different chart by the time we reach the end of next weekend. And it looks as if this could set the tone to a more amplified, more strengthened, I say amplified, that's not right, a more zonal jet further south positioned, and it's going to be roaring across the Atlantic. So that looks as if that's going to be a harbinger to a much more unsettled and, dare I say, stormy weather pattern here. So it looks as if we get into a more active weather pattern as we push towards the middle portion of September here. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. I do urge you to keep it right here on markvoganweather.com on YouTube, and also the website as well, to keep up with the very latest updates. So if you did enjoy the video, as always, please hit the like button and subscribe to the latest videos to keep up to date. Hope you have a great Thursday evening. Bye bye.